Good morning. The weather last night was pretty nuts, and it was dark out, so there wasn't much to see, but pretty windy. Pretty windy for this area. So I know that out in Quartzsite, you can get 50, 60 mile an hour winds, like that's a normal thing. Gypsy Bewitched was telling me that out on the coast of Oregon, they have, it's like I don't know, they have gale force winds, I think she said. I believe it. What was the impact? So we did have some minor little sticks and things like that hitting. Nothing too big, but I did bring the awning in. And this awning at first is a little complex because there's a couple of locks. There are a couple of things that are get in your way, I should say, when you're trying to retract and extend this guy. And unfortunately it went away wet, so there's supposed to be more winds today at 1 p.m. on, something like that. So I'll probably put it back out tomorrow, let it dry out. I think we'll be fine. You can see some of the crowd on here. Nothing too big. No, I wasn't concerned about these trees toppling over or anything like that. That would be a bad day, I'll tell you. Any update on the bikes? Well, I haven't found the bikes. Haven't seen it riding around. And you know, some son of a would just taunt me. Riding it back by, just slow cruising just to see, you know. Oh, look like some air bubbles. There's some fish in there. It's also raining, just started raining. Great. Poop. But those were air bubbles. So what about security cameras and such? Well, I would like to preface this with security cameras don't stop a crime, but they might help you identify. But it would be a little peace of mind to see the coward that came up, stole our bikes, son of a gun. Well, first, I've reviewed the footage from the night, and it was in the bus. Like I'd go through the habit. I'd look at any notification, any movement, and occasionally you'd see like animals and such. It's a lot of fun in random places, right? But we have this little outlet right here, USB, and there's one of our outdoor cameras. So this is the only outdoor 2K one, so this one specifically has a spotlight and things like that. At night it's gonna be hard to see, especially because these lights are here. Now here's an interesting thing I learned is these lights aren't extremely bright at night, so they're not a big, it's not a big deal, but they're not very bright at night, which is good for your neighbors, but not so great for security, I should say. So not a big deal. Now I was thinking like, how can I get those, because really our other cameras, which I love the Wisecam system. They're cheap. If they break, you can replace them for $20 to $35 generally, and that's what we have. We have a bunch of those. How can I do that and run USBs? Well, my theory is, and I'm gonna make another video about this, but in theory I'm gonna run a USB from our existing ports. We already have the ports, right? And we have long cables, really long cables. So because of the way that these acrylic windows are designed, I'm just gonna go ahead and run the cable out. And it doesn't have to be a very long, right? Like I could put one camera here, that'll shoot down this way. So we can see everything here. I can run one from either one of the outlets out here and just stick it right here. Not gonna be the most sightly thing, but it's basically it's white on white. So, you know, I can do the same thing on this side, shooting that way, on that side shooting, you know, something to that effect. I got the inspiration from this gal's cameras, which are pretty neat. She has them, like they're like stuck on with like a ball mount of some sort, but it's like really hard to get them off. And I'm like, well, we don't have that mount, but we do, you know, something. Now these are just little cubes. So I'm gonna have Emma pick up the cameras from Lenny the bus today. Hopefully she remembers, and I'll work on that. I don't know if we're gonna use Velcro or VHB or you know, what we want to do. The other thing is, like, I could actually go up there, you know, and that would, the awning would, there's a little bit of a lip there, so that might be an idea. And then have another one this way. We can just run as many as we, you know, please. And it might look a little goofy because it's black and white, you know, it's a white cable coming out, so it might look a little goofy, but we can also just run some electrical tape. I'm not worried about it. And again, they're cheap cameras, so, you know, and then we'll definitely have one out here. You know, that really wouldn't be, you know, even, you know, because this is already kind of an obstruction here, right? So why not just put one right here? Yeah. Also, apparently you need to wash the escape we'll wait until we get back from Canada to do that, but that's my idea at least. Will it work? I don't know. But it beats the heck out of, you know, because ideally you put them up top and you'd look down. And in that case, I'd probably have like one on that corner, one on the opposite, all corners, and then one facing straight down. But yeah, we'll figure it out. I don't know. I'm not too worried about it. Hopefully it's already over. But in the future, the way that I'm going to lock the bikes up while here is we're gonna go through the A-frame here. I think it's what we're gonna do. It's a little frustrating, to say the least, but Fat Panda Frank brought up, he goes, well, you know, if all of these bikes were like this, right, like, you might have been targeted. Could be. I don't know. I hope not, like, but, you know, crazier things, right? This was it's a, basically, the company will send the bike and they want a review. And it's embarrassing to tell them, like, it's already been stolen. But I'm actually really excited to make the videos, and I think they kind of understood that. So, and I did get one video out. Normally, I would actually combine, like, the overview and whatever with, like, a ride. I didn't even get to ride the damn thing because it was raining, but I was excited to put it together. But they saw that, and they understood. They were like, hey, don't worry about it. Like, we'll send you another bike, which I'm very humbled by. Like, that's really cool. That's really, really cool. They didn't have to do that. So they said they'll send it out as soon as possible. Shipping's pretty quick. That's just a wonderful thing, you know. Again, they didn't have to do that. So we will have to figure out how to put that together. When we put it together, one thing I didn't notice, and I would have noticed as I, you know, before getting it out on the road, was I had the fork backwards. We'll have to figure out how to put it together in a way that it's not right here, and then secure it right away. But again, it was really cool of them to be understanding. Emma was really excited as well. She goes, yeah, maybe if they want to send like the pink one, I'll review that, because she was actually really liking the kind of the fit, finish, and, you know, all of that, and the form factor of that bike. So I let them know, hey, if you guys, because they have like, it's a rose gold, not pink, but rose gold, and it's like a step through, which is her preference. I was like, hey, if you guys want Emma to, you know, people like what Emma has to say, right? Yeah, I know you guys do. I'm like, if you want us to do that, they're like, we can send you one or the other, but we don't have a campaign for both of them right now, so maybe in the future. That'd be pretty neat. I do want to show you guys. We got all of these. They're vinyls. These are they say permanent vinyl, but permanent, I mean, they're on there, that's for sure. But these are Crafters Square. They are 12 inch by 48 inch. This one's glitter, for example, black glitter, silver glitter, see that, green, there's white there, although why use a, there's pink, and all sorts of good stuff. Got all these 50 cents each. What a steal from the dollar store. I think it was Dollar General or something like that. That is that's pretty cool. They gave this seat bag, and so I guess now we'll have get out of there. We'll have 2 of these chargers. That's a 3-amp charger. Pretty cool deal. But I guess we'll just have 2 chargers and an extra set of keys. I think the keys are different for each battery. I could be wrong about that, but I think they are. So again, frustrating, but it's so wonderful that Hosco is like, hey, don't worry about it. We'll get you taken care of, because I know there are some channels that they just have bike after bike after bike after. That's not our channel, and we genuinely love e-bikes. Like, it's a genuine tool. I would rather e-bike than drive in most circumstances. If it's 20 degrees out and raining, not snowing, so yeah, I'm not gonna obviously I'm not going to choose to e-bike if I can avoid it, but for the most part, that's how we get around, and I genuinely believe that it makes people happier and healthier, and that's how we do it. So, and these are not just like advertisements for advertisement's sake. I think that people, I want to encourage more people to use these bicycles or tricycles or whatever you want to use, and I think the electric versions are great too. If you're a bicyclist right now, like, you don't need someone to like try to convince you, but there's a lot of us that don't bike. We don't get enough activity, right? And these are fun. They're genuinely fun. So these are not like ads just to like try to convince you. They're like infomercials, maybe you could call them, but I genuinely believe in what we're showing off, you know, and there's so many options, right? So if I give my opinion and give the information, hopefully it'll help you make a more informed decision. They're not just ads for the sake of ads, right? And we don't get paid for them. That's the thing, we don't get paid for them. We do get a review unit, but we don't get paid. We're not told what to say. You know, a lot of times they'll say, hey, can you mention that our battery is a Samsung UL listed battery, like top class, you know, and that's a big deal, especially in New York. So that, you know, that's something. But we're not told what to say. So that means a lot to me, to be able to have that creative freedom, if you will. Like, nobody else runs this channel, nobody else runs these videos, right? And so I'm excited about that. We'll wait for those cameras. We'll get a couple of them. I used to collect those cameras, man. I just love the white scan. I'm like, hey, that's a great deal. Boom, buy. So now we have like 1,000 of them. We have some rotating ones that are not waterproof, but the V3 are. So we'll, yeah, they also have a V4 now that's 2K. So maybe this is a, should I upgrade? No, we're saving our money. We're saving our money. So anyways, thanks for watching. Quick and easy video. We'll see if it starts to storm again later. See you in the next video. Bye, guys.